Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm going to show y'all how I got this look, and if you want to know how I got this look and you want to learn, then keep watching. So I'm using the Plan and Makeup by Yolanda, Artistry Walk by Melissa. I'm going to use this throughout the whole makeup look. First, I'm taking my first color and I'm packing it to my eyelid until I get it the way I want it to be. I'm just packing it into the crease. I'm not going to do too much swiping. I'm just going to pack and pack and swipe a little, but not too much, just a little. And I like to do both eyes like at the same time. Like I don't like to do a complete eye and then turn around and do the other eye because I just feel like it's not gonna come out right. So I like to go back and forth between each eye. Here, I'm just taking my next color and I'm just packing that into the top of the first color. I'm just putting it right on top of the first color. And I'm just packing that in and kind of swirling a little, but not too much. I'm just going to pack that in until I get it the way I want it to look. As you can see, I'm just going back and forth with the two different shades that I was using just to deepen the color. And then I'm going to take this yellow and I'm just going to blend out that top color. I'm blending it. I'm not trying to show off the yellow. I'm just blending it out so the color can be a little lighter and so it can blend into the first color. It can all come together. And I'm just going to keep on blending it, but I'm going to also keep going back in with the second color so I can make sure it's not too light, but just right. here is where I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm using the P. Louise base in the color 0. I'm just gonna take it's like a nail art brush. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna cut my crease with this. I just feel like that cutting your crease with this brush is so much easier because it's just like writing on paper. It's like using a pencil. So I'm using this to cut, just to cut the line, and then I'm gonna go in with a regular flat brush to just tap it in, and where you see me look up, that's just me defining my line so I can know where my cut crease actually is. So I put a little product on and then I look up and kind of like roll my eyes up. So that's how you know where your cut crease actually is. Or sometimes people go lower than their cut crease, sometimes people go higher than their cut crease. It all depends on how you want it. So yeah, after I did the cut crease, the little curve kind of cut crease, the wing cut crease, think that's what it's called. I realized I didn't like it, so I took it off. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my first color and I'm just blending off the end of that cut crease. I'm just gonna blend it like make it a regular cut crease. I'm just gonna tap that first color in until I don't see the whites anymore. I don't like it, so I'm taking it off. Then I'm taking my second color, the one put on top of the first color. I'm taking it and I'm putting it in the cut crease too, and the outer part of the cut crease. I'm just taking it and I'm blending that in again to the first color. So this is what you see me doing now. So what you're gonna notice is I go back and forth between all the different colors that I do have in my crease, my cut crease, and I'm going to blend the blue into each color on each side. So you don't want it to look like a harsh line or just like some colors are just sitting there. You want it to blend in. So I blend it into the white and I blend it into the purple. And this right here is why I decided to get up and do this look, because of this blue. It's so freaking pretty. I wanted to put that glitter into that blue like I just had to. Like I was looking at it all morning like, yes, get up and do a makeup look with this glitter. It was like calling me. It was calling my name. So right here, I'm just taking the glitter and I'm putting it into the blue. But I'm again blending it into the white too. So it don't look like glitter just sitting there in the middle. But I'm taking the dual lash glue and that's what I'm using to tap that in to make sure it stays up there. You know, when it's up there, it's stuck there. You know. Anyway, yeah, I'm just taking that and I'm just tapping that in just to make it look really pretty and pretty. So yeah, I'm just tapping that in, but I didn't know if I wanted to put the glitter on top of the cut crease or if I wanted to use the liquid liner that I have by Mayo. It's actually a pigmented, very pigmented eyeshadow that turns into a liquid liner if you want it to be. So I decided to use the liquid liner instead and put it on top of my cut crease, and instead of doing the wing cut crease like I was originally doing, I decided to do it like this. Yeah, better. So here I'm just taking some mascara and I'm just putting it on my lashes just so the eyeshadow that was filled in my lashes won't be there when I put on my good lashes. Cannot have that happen. And after that, I'm going to do what's necessary and put on Master Prime by Face Studio. This is the primer that I'm putting on. And when you put this on any primer, I rub it in a little bit, but you want to tap it in. Tap, 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 tap. So yeah, before I started doing my makeup, my full makeup, I put my lashes on first. Some people don't. I don't know. I just like to do it this way. You don't have to. So yeah, I'm looking at the lashes and I don't like them. They're too big.
You just snatched it off on camera like
I
that?
showed it.
And don't give a fuck.
And don't. I put this shit right back on.
Oh. And then she put it right back on.
Right back on.
Ooh.
So here I'm using my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the color Mocha, in the shade Mocha. I'm going to take that and I'm going to take my beauty sponge and I'm going to blend that in. I'm going to beat it in. I'm going to beat it in. Like, make sure it's blended out and beat into my skin. I'm going to make sure it's in there so you don't look like God knows what. Yeah. So beat until you can't beat no more. Beat until your arms get tired. Beat. Hearing it. So here I'm just taking my Juvia's Place concealer and I'm just putting it into my inner corner and under my eye. And I'm going to put it in all the necessary spots that I need to put it in to make sure that places are concealed the way they are supposed to be concealed. Yes. So I'm doing that, and I'm gonna take this brush and I'm going to put a small line up, even though I believe that line's gonna get bigger. And I'm just kind of I'm just blending it out a little bit, just pushing it into the skin a little bit. But I'm gonna take a beauty sponge. That one wasn't wet, so I had to get the one that was. It's not wet, but it's damp, and I'm just taking that and I'm going to start blending out the concealer. The reason why I like to use the wet sponge is because it doesn't take all the product up, and I feel like that it blends it out more when it's wet, better when it's wet. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to blend and make sure that everything is nicely put, and I'm going to blend and blend and blend. In the words of Megan Thee Stallion, if you can blend, makeup is your friend. Here, I just felt like it wasn't enough. I just felt like that line wasn't deep enough. It wasn't cutting it, so I put another one. Something I can see. Yeah. So after, I beat that into my skin, I'm going to take this Fenty contour stick and I'm going to put it in all the necessary places that needs to be contoured. Contouring for me has to be done. So I'm going to contour, put it down the side. I'm going to put it at the top. I'm going to put it down my nose. And I'm going to contour the way I know how to contour. And that's on what? Me. Not period. But on me. And I found this brush at Five and Below. So anything that you see fit for any type of makeup, like wherever you put makeup at, whatever brush you see that you feel like is gonna work, just use it. So it's actually a contour brush, just what it said on the packaging. So yeah, it's a contour brush, but it's very dense, and I love that about it. And it's small. I just feel like the bigger ones is just all over the place. It's all over the place. So I just feel like this just keeps it in place. So yeah, I'm taking a smaller brush just to blend out the contour on my nose and blend. You have to blend. Everything is blend. I cannot stress that enough. If you blend it, makeup can be your best friend. So here I have the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to press it into all the places that I put my concealer. But before I put the setting powder in, I always press my concealer in more, just so it won't crack, so it won't show up cracky. You know, I don't like cracky. So I just press that in into my skin, thin layer, press, press, press into the skin. Sometimes it's not thin, but sometimes it is. But I press it in, but I put it in as much as I feel like I need it. But I don't bake though. I like to press it into my skin. I feel like it works just the same or even better. So this is what I'm doing now, and then I'm gonna take a line of it and put it up my nose. Not up my nose, but on my nose. I'm going to take it and put it on my nose, and then I take that same brush that I use to blend out my contour. You're going to see it in a second. And you're going to see it in a second. In a second. Yes, I have to contour underneath. I have to put setting powder underneath my contour because it just has to be done. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to take some of the powder off that's just too wide. All the places that I use to contour my nose, I'm going to take the powder off and blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend. Yes. Here, I'm taking this contour palette. Again, I moved too fast. I don't know what it said. So again, I'm going to put it in the description below. So I'm taking this contour palette and I'm going with the darkest. I kind of mix the two, the dark and the medium. I mix it and I put it over where I contour does. So it can be darkened up so it can show. So it can be in the light so you can see the snatchiness of the contour. Yes, this is what I do. Period. So yeah, so I'm just taking that, and then I like to kind of disconnect the line from my chin and the side of my face. So I use that to just kind of dust off some of that powder there. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush. It's a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to press the powder into the skin while swiping it off at the same time. That's what I'm doing. But in my nose, I like to tap it in, just tap it off, and not really press it off, not really push it off. I just like to tap it in. And more than likely, it's the last place that I do, And then on the sides, I have to really, press to take that off because you don't want a harsh line there. No one wants a harsh line. So yeah. Almost done. So yeah, I'm going underneath with a blue to match my shadow, a blue eyeliner. With the same color that I use for the top, the first color that I use, I'm using that same brush and I'm putting it underneath my eye. And I'm going to take the same brush that I use for the second color and put it underneath my eye too. And I'm just going to blend it out just so it can have pretty definition. Same colors top and bottom. Yes. Things of that. So yeah, I'm using Juvia's Place blush palette, and I'm just going to tap that blush into my skin. I'm just going to tap it in. You know, I want to look very blushful. So you know when he be like, "Oh my goodness, you so pretty," and you snicker behind your hand. Thank you. Yes, that's how I want to look naturally. So yeah, I'm just tapping into my skin, make sure it blends with the contour. And then it was too much, a little bit. I went too high, so I kind of just took that off. Yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, I'm using this Diamond Bomb by Fenty, and I'm just gonna tap that in too. I'm gonna put it in all the necessary spots that I want to shine bright like a diamond. Cause period. And I just put enough so you can see in the dark or in the light. I'm just shining. Period. Last but not least, I'm coming in with this purple. It's really self-explanatory. I really didn't like it, but I still put it on anyway, just so it can look, you know, pretty. Just so I can be pretty. Everything is about being pretty. Applying pressure. Pretty, applying pressure. Pink, applying pressure. Yeah, so yeah, I took a nude and kind of put it on top. But for the most part, this is my finished look. This is what I came up with. If y'all like it, give it a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give it a thumbs down, I guess. But yeah, thank you for watching.